Welcome to ASTRALX, illuminating your cosmic path. I'm Solarian Zephyr,
And I'm Lunaria Celine.
and together, we're your guides on this deep dive,
Into the profound influence of the stars
specifically for you.
on your life.
Now, if you're joining us today, and you happen to have Pisces rising,
With a Gemini sun,
get ready, because we're about to explore how the celestial energies of 2025.
are going to uniquely shape your journey.
We've consulted a variety of astrological sources, and let me tell you,
The picture they paint is absolutely captivating.
think outward sensitivity.
Meeting inner intellectual agility
We're talking a fascinating blend
of Piscean dreaminess.
with that quick communicative spark of Gemini.
Oh, it's a dynamic combo, that's for sure.
So our mission today is to illuminate how these cosmic currents
Will interact in the coming year
offer you pathways.
for profound self-discovery and empowerment.
But hold on.
Before we journey too far into the cosmos,
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
so you don't miss out on any of our future deep dives.
All right, let's dive in. Those with a Pisces rising,
Often project this initial impression of gentleness,
and kindness.
a deep well of understanding
It's like a soothing presence.
that just draws people in.
You know, the sources even mention a dreamy quality.
Almost ethereal, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. And they highlight this captivating expressiveness in the eyes.
Like they hint at
A rich inner world.
a world that's not quite tethered to the everyday, you know.
Absolutely. And this is where it gets really interesting because
Those with Pisces rising are also perceived as being deeply,
sensitive
highly intuitive.
and incredibly compassionate.
Like they can just feel what others are feeling. It's remarkable.
It's true. But, you know, this sensitivity,
It's a double-edged sword.
because it can also make them appear
More vulnerable.
perhaps needing to withdraw.
As a way to protect themselves.
Exactly. And you know what I find fascinating?
What's that?
How these Piscean traits are being viewed differently these days?
Oh, you mean in the context of modern masculinity?
Precisely. What used to be seen as maybe
Weakness.
is now being recognized as a strength
Especially that deep empathy.
and intuitive wisdom,
Invaluable assets for forging those
deeper connections.
and navigating those complex emotional landscapes.
Absolutely. And one source even points out
That this outward gentleness,
it can mask.
a quiet inner strength.
And, you know, it can be quite a bit of resilience there, too.
Oh, absolutely. It's like a gentle wave.
It can weather any storm.
And speaking of weathering storms, let's talk about the artistic and peace-loving tendencies.
Yes. Pisces rising are often drawn to creative pursuits,
And they have this natural inclination
to champion.
on a dog
They just want everyone
to feel love,
and appreciate it.
especially for their kindness
Which brings us to another key point. The vivid imagination
and creative flair.
that actively influence
Their daily life.
and how they approach problem solving.
It's not just about art, you know?
No, it permeates everything they do.
It's a way of being in the world.
And a crucial part of that
Where
is
strong intuition,
and spiritual leanings.
they have this deep connection.
and their inner voice.
And often to the unseen realms.
It's like they have this inner compass,
Guiding them.
even when things get murky.
And it's fascinating how this intuition transcends pure logic.
Right. It's a knowing.
That goes beyond the rational mind.
But here's the thing. They're also adaptable,
Oh, incredibly so.
flexible,
Navigating diverse environments.
with ease,
It's that mutable quality,
shining through.
allowing them to flow with life's changes.
Okay, so that's a glimpse into the world of Pisces rising.
But remember, we're dealing with a unique blend here.
Because our listener also has their sun,
In Gemini.
which brings a whole other dimension to the table.
Oh, a vibrant one at that.
Talk about a shift in energy. From the receptive,
To the active.
from the empathetic.
The communicative.
Geminis are known for
The
their
extroverted nature.
constant curiosity.
And their readiness to engage.
Oh, they're never short of things.
But say-
Or topics.
To discuss.
They just have this way with words.
An intelligent mind.
Quick-witted,
Able to converse on a wide array of subjects.
with ease,
It's like their minds are constantly buzzing with new information,
and new ideas
and they're always eager
to share them.
with the world.
But beneath that chatty exterior,
Lies a deep well of emotions.
sometimes it's a challenge for them.
To express those feelings directly.
Almost like
Their mind gets in the way
overanalyzing
and dissects.
instead of just feeling.
It's a paradox, isn't it?
It really is. But let's not forget.
Their magnetic personality.
And their natural storytelling abilities.
People are drawn to their vibrant energy.
They just light up a room.
But here's the thing. That need for variety and constant stimulation
It can sometimes be misinterpreted
as a lack of long-term,
or focus.
when in reality, it stems from their insatiable thirst for knowledge,
They are lifelong learners,
always
with
seeking,
new experiences.
which is admirable, of course,
But some sources do caution
that it can lead to a tendency,
to skim the surface of topics
rather than diving deep.
and potentially lacking follow-through
So it's all about finding that balance.
between breadth and depth.
And that brings us to the heart of the Gemini duality.
The twins,
Two sides of the same coin,
granting them adaptability,
but also
a potential for inconsistency.
these two internal voices can lead to shifts
In perspective,
in decisions,
in relationships,
and even career paths
it's this constant dance.
between two opposing forces.
So the question becomes,
How do these seemingly different energies
the gentle intuition of Pisces
and the quick intellect of Gemini,
interact and influence each other?
well, think of it this way. Air, the element of Gemini, influences water, the element of Pisces,
By providing direction and movement,
while water tempers air's detachment.
adding depth and emotion,
It's a beautiful synergy,
and the shared mutable quality of both signs.
emphasizes their adaptability and responsiveness,
So it's not a battle between the two,
but a constant dialogue
between intuition.
and logic,
Imagine those Piscean hunches,
guiding the Geminian communication,
or the Geminian intellect.
trying to make sense of the Piscean emotions,
But of course, there can be friction.
overthinking,
Clashing with intuition
finding that balance.
is crucial,
Absolutely. And now let's zoom in on the celestial landscape of 2025.
because there are some key astrological influences at play.
That will be particularly significant.
For those with this unique combination,
First up, Saturn in Pisces,
and this transit lasts all year,
bringing a strong focus on boundaries.
for Pisces rising.
Where do you end?
And where do others begin?
It's time to prioritize self-care,
And you might feel more grounded
perhaps even restricted.
in how you express your Pisces energies
Saturn's lessons,
are often about
life values.
an potential emotional drain
It's a time for deep introspection.
and setting healthy limits.
And around April, Saturn moves into the first house for Pisces rising.
Shifting the focus towards
Personal development
taking responsibility
and paying attention.
to your physical well-being.
Building a strong foundation, you see.
But fear not, Gemini Sun is in for a treat.
Because from mid-May onwards,
Jupiter enters Gemini.
bringing expansion and opportunity,
Think personal success,
enhanced reputation,
increased self-confidence.
especially in communication, learning, and networking.
Your Geminian traits will shine bright.
But a word of caution. Until mid-May, while Jupiter is in Taurus.
You might experience increased expenses.
So financial awareness is key.
Balance those opportunities with mindful spending.
Now, another exciting development
Is Uranus entering Gemini?
in July.
Get ready for unpredictability.
And innovation
This transit could bring rapid advancements.
in how you communicate
Lure.
and process information.
It might even trigger shifts,
In your conscious thought patterns
opening you up.
to unconventional ideas.
Embrace change.
Think outside the box.
And those mental breakthroughs, they might just surprise you.
Now let's shift back to Pisces rising.
Because Neptune enters Aries.
And March.
This transit could heighten your spiritual awakening.
And intuition
But be mindful.
of the potential for illusion.
It's important to stay grounded while exploring those spiritual depths.
And who knows, you might experience
Creative breakthroughs
and a stronger sense.
of your personal mission.
Now, let's not forget about Venus retrograde.
Ah, yes.
Venus
In March and April,
moving from Aries back into Pisces.
this could
A
trigger
reassessment of relationships.
and personal values,
You might find yourself reevaluating existing connections.
or encountering people from your past
It's a time for deep introspection.
in matters of the heart.
And finally, we have the eclipses
In March,
in September
along the Virgo-Pisces,
and Aries-Libra axis
these eclipses can act.
as catalysts for significant change.
Expect emotional revelation
New beginnings.
and shifts in direction
The Virgo-Pisces axis highlights the need
to integrate the practical,
with the spiritual.
a key theme for your astrological blend.
So with all these celestial influences swirling around,
How can our listener harness their power?
and navigate 2025 with grace and intention?
Great question. What do the sources suggest?
Well, for Pisces rising, tap into that amplified spirituality and intuition.
Trust your gut feelings.
Remember,
To balance it,
with practicality.
don't get lost in the ethereal realms.
And for Gemini Sun, embrace those opportunities for learning and networking.
Your communication skills will be your superpower
But be mindful.
of information overload.
Focus your mental energy.
Now, the key to true empowerment,
Lies in integrating
your Piscean intuition.
with your Geminian intellect,
It's about finding that sweet spot.
where those two forces work in harmony.
Mindfulness and meditation
Can help bridge the gap.
between feelings and thoughts.
Trust both your intuitive nudges.
And your logical reasoning
Use your Geminian communication skills.
to articulate your Piscean insights.
That's a winning combination.
Embrace your sensitive side.
And your sharp mind.
And remember, adaptability is your strength
You're equipped to navigate the twists and turns.
of 2025.
But be aware of potential pitfalls
Like escapism.
and indecisiveness.
Ground yourself
Set boundaries.
and focus your energy.
So as we wrap up,
What's the core message for our listener?
2025 is a year for you to embrace
The beautiful complexity.
of your astrological blueprint.
Understand the dynamics,
Pay attention to the transits.
and you'll unlock
Incredible opportunities.
and self-discovery.
Remember, trust your inner wisdom
Embrace your voice
and step confidently.
into the future.
Now, here's a question for you.
To ponder,
What intuitive nudges,
have you been ignoring
and how can you start integrating them?
with your logical mind?
We also encourage you
To explore the transits
of Saturn and Jupiter.
in relation to your personal chart.
It will offer
Personalized guidance.
for your journey ahead
Thank you for joining us.
on this cosmic exploration.
Until next time, may your path
Be illuminated
by the stars.
and your own inner wisdom
We'll see you soon.
on ASTRALX.